Hey, this is Warren Redlick. Huge news for Tesla. Tesla just enacted massive price cuts on Model 3, Model Y, Model S, Model X in the United States. These huge price cuts are going to mean Tesla's going to sell a lot of vehicles. It's going to be a big impact, in particular, on legacy auto. Let's dive into it. Are you ready? Let's go. Here's the start. Model Y is now selling for $52,990 for a long range Model Y. $52,000, $53,000. People will get a $7,500 tax credit because it's dropped under $55,000. Even the 5-seat Model Y will now sell for the tax credit will take it $7,500 down. So figure that's just over $45,000 for a Model Y after the tax credit. Don't hold me to the number. I think that's about right, about $45,000 after the tax credit. Look at Model 3. Model 3 is now going to be $43,990 for standard range minus $7,500. You're about $36,000. Model 3 Performance, $54,000. You're about $48,000, $47,000. And then you look at, you'll notice Model 3 long range, you still can't custom order it. But there are Model 3s in inventory, and the Model 3s are $49,990. So that's like $42,500 for a Model 3 long range. This is fantastic. Now, here's what's exciting about that. These vehicles are reasonably priced. Look at BMW 3 Series. The BMW 3 Series starts at $43,800. $43,800. And when you buy a BMW, it ends up being $50,000 or $45,000 or more. So the standard range Model 3 is way below the 3 Series sedan. And the Model 3 Performance and Model 3 Long Range are, roughly the same price after the tax credit. Model 3 Performance is faster than any BMW by far. Model 3 Performance is an insane vehicle. Look at Model 3 Performance. Like, people don't realize the Model 3 Performance, it's like 3.1 seconds 0 to 60. It's almost as fast as my Model X Plaid. It's a rocket. It's an absolute crazy sports car. Who's going to buy a BMW 3 Series now when you can buy a Model 3 Performance for that low? It's crazy. And then look at the Model Y versus the BMW X3 and X5. The X3 is $46,000 starting. You're going to pay $50,000 for an X3. Model Y is much more practical than an X3. The X5, it's like $64,000. The Model Y crushes that. The Model Y is probably competitive with the X5 rather than the X3. And you get the Model Y for substantially less money than the BMW. They're going to get crushed. And it's not even luxury vehicles. Look at the Toyota Highlander. The Toyota Highlander, there's versions of the Toyota Highlander that are up to $50,000 right here. The Platinum is up to $50,000, but $46,000, $45,000. Model Y after the tax credit is about $46,000. It's not even competing with luxury cars anymore. It's competing with Toyotas. This is competing with Toyotas. This is competing with the bread and butter of the legacy auto industry. You're going to buy a Highlander Limited or a Highlander Bronze for the same price you can buy a Model Y long range, which the Model Y, the operating cost of a Model Y is so much less than a Toyota, than a gas car. There's so many advantages to it, and you can charge at home. This is crazy. And the Camry V6, this is for the Model 3. Model 3 doesn't just compete with BMW. It's now competing with Camry. Look at the V6 Camrys are like $36,000. You can get the Model 3 standard range, the rear wheel drive Model 3 for $36,000 after the tax credit. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. Like, you're going to buy a Camry when you can get a Model 3? And a loaded Camry is probably competitive with close in price to the Model 3 long range. And then if you figure the total cost of ownership, you're spending a lot less electricity than you're spending on gas. You can charge at home. There's so many advantages. Supercharger network's great. Legacy auto is going to get bombed. And you look at this, like, I think people don't necessarily grasp what's going on. They think, well, Tesla's only going to sell, 1.8 million vehicles in 2023. No, Tesla's run rate at the end of 2022 was 2 million. Tesla's run rate at the end of 2023 is going to be 3 million. Ballpark. It might even be more than that. Now, that doesn't mean they're gonna produce 2.5 million cars. It's a curve. It's there's a bend to the curve. So they're gonna produce 2.2 or 2.3 million cars, and they've got vehicles that they didn't sell in 2022, right? They had vehicles the last 2 quarters, they produced more than they delivered. So they have a bunch of cars that haven't been delivered yet, and they've got tons. I was looking Model 3s, the long-range Model 3, you can't order it, but you can see it in stock. There's 16 of these within 50 miles of me, right? Just 16 of them within 50 miles of me, right? So how many Model 3 long ranges are out there that are getting ready to be delivered to people for this price? So you're going to add the 2.2 million or so. Now, the last week or last couple weeks of 2023, that they'll produce cars that can't be delivered yet. They'll be producing in higher volume, so there'll be some offset there. But you're looking at significantly more than 2 million vehicles delivered in 2023. That's like 700,000 increase on 2022. That's 700,000 vehicles that Legacy Auto isn't going to sell. On top of that, we're looking at a recession. Legacy Auto, the auto industry in general has been selling less cars every year. 2022 was a down year. 2022 was down on 2021. 2021 was less than 2020. You go into 2020 might have been particularly bad, but the last 3 years have been suppressed, and 2023 is going to be suppressed again because of the recession. So Legacy Auto is in deep, deep trouble. They're effed. They're in deep, deep trouble because there's the total sales in the industry are going down, and Tesla's taken another 700,000 vehicle bite out of their sales, maybe an 800,000 vehicle bite out of their sales. These companies have a lot of debt. They're having trouble selling cars. They're going to have a lot more trouble selling cars now. And who knows what's going to happen to Legacy Auto? Is Tesla stock going to take a hit tomorrow? Yeah, maybe. On Friday, is Tesla stock going to take a hit? Yeah, maybe. But not much. And when Tesla China lowered their prices, Tesla stock didn't actually take much of a hit. If it hit at all, it may have even gone up. The EV makers in China took a hit. Neo Global and Li and Xpeng, they all took a hit. BYD even went down a little bit. Now you go here, and we don't even have domestic EV makers to take a hit. Lucid, they can't sell cars anyway. Rivian doesn't sell competing vehicles to what Tesla sells. Maybe the Rivian R1S competes with the Model Y, but I don't think it's that close. And they don't make very high volume anyway, so that's not a big issue for them. But Legacy, Toyota sells 200,000 Highlanders a year. How many Highlander sales are they going to lose to Model Y? Camry, how many sales is Camry going to lose? How many sales is BMW 3 Series and BMW X3 and X5 going to lose? Huge. So tomorrow's going to be a fun day. When I interviewed Leon Wu, who's a former employee of Tesla China, he said when Tesla lowered prices in China, orders 10x'd the next day. So expect Tesla orders to go crazy, Tesla stores to go crazy, and expect Legacy. I would expect that Legacy Auto stocks are going to take a hit. I don't know. I don't. They're going to lose collectively. They're going to lose 700,000 sales, maybe 800,000 sales. Maybe it takes Wall Street the weekend to figure that out, but you and I can see that right now. Who's the first to fail? I don't know. I mean, I think they take most of the bite out of Toyota and Volkswagen. Volkswagen's a big seller, and BMW takes a hit in the luxury segment, and Mercedes takes a hit in the luxury segment. There's just a lot of sales that are going to be lost by all these companies, and Tesla's just going to grow and grow and grow. Now, as far as Tesla's profits go, they're going to sell a lot more cars. Yeah, their margin's going to go down a little bit on each car, but they're going to sell much higher volume. Tesla's cost of goods sold is dropping. Fremont is improving their manufacturing. Giga Texas is ramping. As Giga Texas ramps, the cost per vehicle goes down. And Tesla gets the IRA tax credit for battery production and for battery modules. So Tesla's cost effectively from a tax perspective is going to go down in 2023 so much that this price drop might not be meaningful. They may still have the same profits at these prices. Tesla's going to sell cars like hotcakes. Legacy Auto is going to take a huge hit. Unless the recession's really bad, Tesla's going to sell every car they make at these prices. They're going to make huge profits. It's going to be wonderful. I don't like to focus on the stock. I like to focus on how spectacular this is for accelerating the transition to sustainable energy and sustainable transportation. I like to say it's cool that Tesla's making cool cars and the cars are going to get better. There's lots of great things happening. Model S and Model X prices also went down, by the way. I just don't think that's very significant for the company as a whole. And they're still more expensive than they were before. So Tesla's still making huge profits on Model S and Model X. Anyway, exciting news. I hope you're excited. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Let's see what happens over the next quarter and the next year. We're going to get some guidance at probably going to get some guidance at the investor call in, I don't know, 10 days or so. And then we're going to get a lot more on March 1st. A lot of great things happening with Tesla. We got Megapack growing. We're going to have Powerwall and solar growing soon. Tesla Energy should be growing 150 to 200% a year. I'm seeing a lot of great things. I know you're going to get people out there saying, oh, no, there's a problem. There's no problem. Life is wonderful. Tesla's doing great. And there's a Falcon Heavy launch on Saturday. So make sure you watch the Falcon Heavy launch. I'll be watching it in person. If you can come to Cape Canaveral or Titusville or anywhere close to watch this launch, this is going to be one of the most spectacular launches you'll ever see because of where the sun is going to be in the sky. It's going to be lit up really well. The sun won't be too bright in the sky, so it'll be easier to see it. But the sun will be in a right position to light up the rocket when it's up high. And you're going to be able to see all kinds of cool stuff. I saw a launch like this recently. It was a Falcon 9 launch, and it was amazing. This is going to be even more spectacular because it's 2 boosters returning to the Cape. Lots of fun. I'm very excited. I hope you're excited. Let's have fun. Please check out my other videos. Please check out my t-shirts on elonbits.com. I was so excited I didn't even put a t-shirt on. Please support me on the Locals platform on Patreon or as a YouTube channel member. Please like this video, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.